The next piece is a well-known classic by the Russian composer Sergei Rachmaninoff. Most people are familiar with Rachmaninoff through his piano music. But the all-night vigil, sometimes called the Vespers, is based on a completely different kind of music, namely Russian Orthodox chant. Rachmaninoff studied chant for over 15 years before writing this piece. Many of the movements in the all-night vigil are actual chants. Bogoroditse Devo, a hymn to the Virgin, is in the style of Orthodox chant. Here is the chant which he wrote. This conscious counterfeit, as he put it, sounds like an authentic chant because it shares a chant's basic musical characteristics. The music moves stepwise with no big leaps, and the rhythm is flexible, guided by speech patterns. This gives the music a flowing and peaceful feel. Each phrase of this chant ends with a distinctive little flourish. This repeated flourish gives the listener a comforting sense of predictability, as it is heard at the end of each and every phrase. Soon, though, the music takes a less peaceful and a more dramatic turn. While the altos continue the chant, a counter-melody is introduced in the soprano and the tenor lines. This culminates in a very dramatic musical climax with everyone singing loudly at the very top of their range. Unlike traditional chant, which remains placid throughout, this section is a dramatic release of pent-up feeling. It's worth noting that this piece was written in 1915, in the midst of the tremendous suffering that Russians were experiencing due to the fighting on the Eastern Front in World War I. While Rachmaninoff bases this piece on the serene and otherworldly music of Russian Orthodox chant, it quickly becomes an intensely personal expression of grief and sorrow. After the outburst of the B section, the familiar phrase-ending flourish from the A section is heard in the alto, and then the tenor. As the music winds down to a conclusion of peaceful calm. The unique spark of this piece is that despite its brevity, it brings us from a sense of calm to intense feeling and back to calm again, all using chant melody in a highly personal way. Choral Arts is pleased now to present Bogoroditse Devo from Rachmaninoff's All-Night Vigil.